Hey guys, it's Camille from Chicken Scratch and Sniff. Today we're going to talk about more ideas to teach Gordon Hinckley chapter 24, which is all about the Atonement, so it's perfect for the Christmas season. The first idea that I have for you today comes from the questions, and in the questions of the manual, it's the second bullet point, it says in section 2, compare the words President Hinckley uses to describe death with the words he uses to describe resurrection. What do you learn from the differences in these words? So instead of just straight up asking that question, you can use the whiteboard, draw a chart, brainstorm some words that come to mind when you think of death, and then brainstorm when you think of resurrection and how we have all this hope because of all the words that come from the resurrection. And that's just one of the gifts that Christ has given us, is that hope alone, and to conquer the sorrow that comes from death. Okay, so chart is just another visual way to do it, okay? Idea number 2, in the manual again, it says to take an hour to ponder. Like, that would be awesome, right? But obviously you can't spend your whole lesson just pondering the atonement. So you can take 5 minutes maybe, and I made these journal pages. I'll add them onto the blog in just a little bit, where it says, because of the atonement of Jesus Christ, ... So it just gives time to ponder and to write some of the thoughts down. We need to write things down or we're not going to remember. We should know that by now, right? We have to write things down. And so they can write it down and then they can stick it into their journal later or into their scriptures so they can read that again and add to it as they learn more about the atonement and the intimate effects that it has in our lives, okay? Another idea, bring in a nice big gift bag or box. See how big this one is? It's giant, right? And just have fun with it. Just say, okay, I have this great big gift bag. I really want to use it for Christmas to give it to so-and-so, but I can't think of what I want to put in it. What would you put in this giant bag? And just have fun with it. It's just supposed to be fun for this part. Get people talking and comfortable, right? And then at the end of, don't do it too long. At the end of that one, to say, okay, now what would be really the most valuable gift that we could really give or that we could really receive? And that would obviously tie into Heavenly Father giving us His only begotten Son, and Jesus Christ giving us the atonement and the resurrection, and how those are obviously the most valuable gifts. But it just gives you a fun way to do it and get people talking without pressure. Okay. Last idea. The living Christ, I think, goes great with this message, and it's been talked a lot about in General Conference, this one and the last one before that. And so I have these Advent things. It's 12 days of living Christ, okay? And so these are just little envelopes that you could put together, and inside each of the envelopes is a part of the living Christ, okay? And so what you can do is you can string this up on the board, or you can just pass out the envelopes, and inside each one is a part of the living Christ. And so you can have people give them out and have people come up, stand up, and read their part of the living Christ, and then challenge people to memorize that, or right after this part, give the time to ponder. Kind of gives it a good tie-in, okay? And this is already linked up on the blog helps, okay? And it's totally free. So have fun with those things. 4 more ideas. I hope your lesson goes amazing, because this one is so important, and with the spirit there, I don't see how it wouldn't be amazing. So you guys have a great week, and I'll come back with helps again soon. Bye.